What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Reality Pill. Today we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe.
I need to see who you are. Go ahead, Tara.
Well, I'm a little nervous.
Go
Please
ahead.
forgive me.
No problem.
So I don't have a problem, I don't think, getting high value men. I'm going to be completely transparent here, and I'm going to ask, how do I maintain a relationship with a high value man?
How old are you?
I'm 32.
How many kids do you have? Any?
0.
All right. Well, I can kind of tell, but just how tall are you?
I'm 5'1".
Dress size?
I am between a 6 and an 8.
All right.
8,
so what's the longest relationship you've ever had?
6 years, long distance.
What?
Well, 6 years. No. We were in the same state for 4 years, and then it dragged on for 2 more years.
Let me move you to the side because this is gonna hurt. Stop this long distance madness, people. One of the things I learned when I was in therapy is relationships imply you're close enough to relate. Your long distance relationships over an extended period of time are pointless. It's like it's a false sense of reality. If you're in the same city with somebody and you can see each other regularly, after the newness and the butterflies, when you just be over somebody's house on a Wednesday, they're not always dressed up. Sometimes them yoga pants come out, the mink lashes come off, and it's like, oh, okay, your breath actually does smell. But when you're on a long distance relationship, you're always getting off the plane or out of the car looking good, and it's all new. There's a clock on it. No, and honestly, it doesn't help you develop any real relational skills. So you asking, how can you keep a man? When was the last relationship you had?
Like 3 months, 2 months ago.
2 months ago. And did you guys were you guys intimate?
Yes, we were.
And who ended the relationship?
I did.
Why?
Because he was inconsistent and he fell short of my standards. So yeah, I just didn't want to do it.
He was inconsistent and he fell short of your standards. Inconsistent meaning what?
Inconsistent with communication.
Were you raised with your father?
Yes.
Your mother and father were married?
Yes, still married.
Inconsistent with communication meaning how?
Well, if a day goes by or a couple days go by and I don't hear from him, then that's a problem.
Were you guys monogamous and committed?
Yes.
Did you have that conversation?
Yes, we did.
No. That's where I'm going to jump in. Yes, no. Let's just be very clear. And here's the thing with a lot of women. If a man is doing that, clearly you really don't mean that much to him, or he's busy. There are other more important things than you. He has to attend, he has money to make, he has things to do, goals to accomplish. But you believe that he's just going to be chasing you down, trying to hit you up, trying to see what you're doing all the time when he has things to worry about and his purpose to worry about. Now, does that make any sense? And the other thing is, you were just something to get. That's it. That's all it was. So I guarantee this conversation really didn't happen. Or even if it did, clearly he's showing signs that this woman, she's not all cooked up as she makes herself seem. So she's not anything worth chasing or running down. It's clear.
I brought it up.
No, not brought it up. You had the conversation. Not brought it up. You had the conversation.
Yes.
And he affirmed that, yes, Tyra, me and you are a one-on-one item. I'm seeing no one else. You're my girl.
Yes, he asked me.
And you guys were together how long?
About 4 months.
And you're in the same city.
Yes.
And he would go a day or two without talking?
Yes, he would.
Okay. Why was it a problem?
Because he did it in a manipulative way, like a passive way, and it came across as playing games, as if he was waiting for me to reach out to him. And I don't play that. I'm going to chase you, and I don't play that game. So
I am woman, hear me roar, and number.
This is so funny. So this woman right here wants this man to hit her up at a certain time, a certain place every single day. What I find funny about this is when women start thinking like this, they permanently self-sabotage. So if she wakes up before him, like let's say she wakes up at 6 o'clock, she normally sends a text to him at 6:30 once she, washes her face and brushes her teeth and collects herself. This man is probably waking up, let's say about 7:30. He's used to seeing a text from 6:30. If he wakes up and he doesn't see any text, he's like, "What? That's weird. She didn't text me." But maybe it's for a good reason, and he go about his day. He doesn't have time to sit there and have to worry about why you didn't text him. But then she purposely put it in her mind, well, I'm not going to text him at 6:30 today, and we're gonna play a game of, let's see if he reaches out to me. You're already stepping in bad faith.
Numbers too big to ignore. How's that working out for you, sis?
Well, here we are. There were other reasons.
All right. But 2 or 3 days. And when you did contact him, I mean, because you kind of, the way you kind of look right now, you got that school teacher kind of disciplinarian vibe. Did you make more money than this man?
Yes.
There you go. That's why you're trying to bitch him. Because I'm going to tell you try to pull that with me, oh, I'm going to hurt your feelings. You don't tell me when I got to call you. I got shit to do. But if I commit to you and give you my word, that's enough. And if you can't trust that, see a therapist.
Mm.
Did you go into this interaction with this man in good faith?
Can you break that down? What do you...
I need to explain good faith?
No, I understand good faith.
Did you go into this relationship, or did you go into this with good faith? Expecting it to work?
I did.
Okay, so why did he need to call you every day? Why did he need to check in with the warden? He already committed to you, right?
Yes.
Right. He said, you're my girl. I'm your man. Right. So why did he need to check in with you?
Because he wasn't doing it just because he was busy and handling business. He was doing it to get a reaction out of me more, or
how do you know that? How do you know that?
Because he brought it up before when a day went by where we didn't communicate, and then when we did talk to each other, he said, "Oh, you didn't even call me, you didn't even text, you couldn't reach out to me." And yeah, so, and it was just a pattern was happening that I picked up on. And I know I'm not innocent, I'm not perfect.
I didn't say that, man. But let me get on to the next. You said you broke up because he was inconsistent and something else. He fell short. Fell short where?
Well, him being manipulative, and it was always tit for tat with him, and he was older than me.
So okay, how did he fall short, man?
Just by I canceled an out-of-state trip due to COVID. Okay. And I mentioned
I got other people going. I got other people. Shorten it up.
Okay. So we had that conversation, and he asked if we can go out And I said, okay, well, we can go out on Friday. And he said, I can't. I'm going to Houston. So he mentioned earlier before I canceled my trip that he had an issue with me going to Florida. So now he's going to Houston to visit his best friend. And
let me stop you right here, ma'am.
Yeah.
What I heard is he asked you if we could go out.
Yeah.
And your answer was what?
Yes.
No, it's not what you said. What exactly did you say?
Yes, we could go out Friday. I named the day.
Right. You're controlling. So let's flip this up. What makes this man a high value man if you made more money than him?
I didn't say he was.
No. Okay, well, that's the whole subject, ma'am, of high value men. That's the whole premise. You lose when you deal with a high value man. But I'll go down this path. High value men. Have you ever dated a man that made more money than you?
Yes.
Could you treat him this way?
No.
Exactly. And you're old enough to know that. So miss me with all this other BS about him falling short and this and that. You're a grown damn woman who picked a man who was making less than you because you're controlling. And it put you in a power position. Almost like that long distance relationship did. It allowed you therapy, ma'am. Therapy. Because the way women tell stories, it's always on the guys. But in a few simple questions, I've had you look yourself in the mirror and say, yeah, this is on you. You cannot do this with a man who has stuff to do, especially a higher value man. You can't talk to him this way. I don't talk to women. I don't talk to you every day. Are you out of your mind? The only way I talk to you every day is if you're my wife. I don't get to put those kind of restrictions on somebody that doesn't walk down the aisle. Where you get this from? Seriously, where do you get that from? Why do I have to check? Why does he have to check in with you every day and go out when you have time on Friday? So let me see if I can help you. Your long distance relationship for 4, 6 years, however long. What's the deal with you about being close enough to a man and where you interact? Better question is, when you dated a man that made more money than you, who ended it?
I did.
Why?
Well,
short answer. Short answer.
Cheating.
Short answer.
Cheating.
He was cheating on you. Were cheating on him?
No, he was cheating.
You guys were involved in a monogamous, one-on-one, committed relationship?
As far as I knew, he asked me as well.
No. Yes. You guys actually had the conversation.
Yes.
And you guys lived in the same city?
Yes, we did.
And how did you discover he was cheating?
Well,
short answer.
Through.
Short answer.
Through like social media.
So you actually discovered he was cheating, or you were deduced he was cheating?
No, I discovered it.
How?
I received a message from, and he was a divorcee. So
okay, I gotta get to the next person, ma'am.
I did receive a message
from who?
From someone. I guess he was dealing with the person.
All right,
he was dealing with.
And y'all long were you guys together?
About 8 months.
Okay, let's take down the path. He was cheating. Did you ask him why?
I believe at the time I did. Yes.
You believe at the time? I think that would be pretty traumatic. What did he say?
Something about him having fears. Short answer, he was supposed to move where his ex-wife was and where his 2 kids are currently living. And so, he was...
Ma'am, short answer. You say you were involved with this man and he was cheating. You got this all intriguing message. Chaos. When you asked him, what did he say?
He was having second thoughts about having more children and being serious again.
Okay. Having second thoughts about being serious. All right.
Mhm.
Where are the children coming into play? You guys weren't married.
Right.
Why are children? Are you?
We discussed I did ask him if he wanted more children because that is a goal of mine.
Right. Right. So let me go ahead and filter this for the rest of the audience. She put a lot of demands on this man that he wasn't ready for. And he was probably seeking for a release or an out. Maybe he was making more money, but he doesn't sound like he was the direct guy because as soon as he realized that she was too much for him to handle, he should have cut it off.
Mhm.
Ma'am, you're not innocent in any of this. Therapy. Because it sounds like you have a thing with control.
Mhm.
Have you ever heard that before?
Yes, actually, I have.
Okay, then what's it going to take for you to act on it?
Me accepting the truth, seeking help, and moving,
I
working
would
on.
because here's the thing. Every man you deal with further taints your already poor image of men. When I ask you about good faith, if I just go completely empathic, you sound kind of like a tough cookie. How about that?
Mhm.
That's the nicest way I can put it. But you're 32.
Mhm.
And do you want to have children? Do you want to have to work?
No,
Right. And how much do you make? I mean, do you make over six figures?
80.
80?
Yeah, over 80.
All right. I mean, better than an average person, but you ain't balling. But oh my gosh, I'm gonna move you to the side, ladies and gentlemen. Remember when I talked about the eternal sevens, the women who are making in that 65 to 90 range, from 27 to 35, who become hell on wheels to men. The ones that are just above, they're kind of the adjustable six level. They're friends with the eights, nines, and tens. When they got married, they never had a man that could quite measure up to what they felt like they deserved. And they were up here and all the men were down here. I don't just make this stuff up. Therapy, man. Therapy would be a great place for you to start because if you don't, I don't know why you don't, you're going to work. Let me just go ahead. You're going to work. No one, there's high value man, the man that can make the kind of money to allow his wife to not work after how many children do you want to have?
3.
It's not going to happen. 300, and what, do you live in Texas?
No, California.
Oh, no, yeah. No, work. You'll be working. And that's a good thing. 72% of mothers in this country work either full time or part time. Finding a man that can deal with you would be a blessing. That's not an insult, man.
Right.
But it's a paradigm shift. You're trying to find a man that's on your level, and black women, they're just, you just don't have it in the numbers like that, especially at your age. So therapy would be a very good place to start. And understanding at 32 years old, making $80,000 in California, you ain't balling. You're average. That's not an insult.
Right.
$80,000 in Texas would be $40,000. That would be what an average normal middle class person makes. But you don't come across like that. You come across almost like you just okay. All right. Hope that helped.
Thank you.
I hope that
It
helped.
did.
Okay.
I appreciate
Keep
it.
in touch. Let me know what happens. Bye bye.
Will do. Thank you so much, Kevin.
Bye bye.
Wow, what episode! And hopefully this woman got the good old reality check and it clicked in her brain like she desperately needed. I was like, yeah, nah, listen. Looking at this, yeah, you gonna be working. I don't know if you think you're gonna be snatching a high value man making $1 million a year, but it ain't really happening. But crazy episode. I want you guys to please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys haven't already, and turn on post notifications. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.